Welcome to Smoke Talk. Who we got in the shop today?
We got Young Shad, SD.
Yes, sir. We appreciate y'all coming in today. We're just gonna go ahead and ask, how long have you guys been in the music industry for?
Shit, I've been rapping for about 6 years. It's been a minute for sure.
So tell us a little bit about what SDE represents. What does it mean to y'all? How did it start?
Shit, SDE, it stands for so different entertainment. You feel me? And it's been a movement since before I was even rapper type shit. Like my older brother, right? He's my older brother, but he was SDE before I was even doing music type shit. But it's been kind of like carried on since I started rapping and shit, and I kind of carried it on. But SDE been a movement for a minute now, since like at least 2014 type shit.
Okay. So what do you believe the SDE movement represents? What is the main goal?
I feel like it represents. I feel like it represents like everything that we about, as far as growth, as far as unity, as far as loyalty, shit like that. Like I feel like everybody in the group don't necessarily rap, you feel me? But I feel like the rappers is able to speak for everybody within the group.
For sure. So that kind of follows on into my next question. What do you believe makes your brand, your music different and unique from the rest of everyone in the game right now?
Honestly, I feel like I'm not willing to sell my soul to make type shit, which is why I'm not against, which is why I'm understanding why it would take longer for me to make it, because I'm not willing to do necessarily the other shit that it takes to get popular. Yeah, so I'm comfortable with taking the longer route to get to my destination.
Right. Okay.
So you going into rap? Everybody rap. So everybody got their own sound. I think that's what makes us different. You feel me? Everybody we real versatile. You feel me? Shad got some good songs that some people wouldn't even know it's the same person.
Speak up a little bit, Ray.
Some people wouldn't even know it's the same person. That's what I'm saying. And I think that's what we stand on. So different entertainment. We different in the way that, like, for example, your thug out wise up. He signed 5 people that sounded like him at a different point in his career. And I love Thug. Everybody rap with him. You feel me? But that's my point. Yo got it. There's a bunch of people that sound like different. You know what I'm saying? With us, man, we don't know what you're gonna get. You feel me?
We're not gonna be afraid to talk about the streets, feelings, emotion, whatever it takes. Feel me? At the end of the day, we are human. You feel me? No matter your background, this shit that you've been through, your other motherfuckers can relate to, type shit. So we speak on all that shit throughout our music, whether it's him, me, or any other rappers within the group. And that's what we kind of stand on. So different entertainment, we different in the way that we.
All diverse.
Yeah, we diverse.
Right.
That's all it is.
So take us throughout all the ups and downs of your career and speak about a moment where you felt like giving up.
I ain't gonna lie, for me, it was like I was playing football first type shit. So I was in college, I was in a D1 school, I was playing football and shit, you feel me? So when shit ain't work out and I switched to music, it's hard to get people to transition from sports to music type shit. But it came to a point where it was like, I'm really invested in this shit, but people still looking at me as what they know me from. So when shit started happening, you feel me? It's like, just like all the people that made it already, they'll tell you already that everybody can't go with you type shit. Shit like that really happens. Like, I used to pop out 20, 30 deep. But it'll really come to a point where you'll really sit back and realize, like, everybody can't come with you for whatever reason, whether it's legal reasons, whether it's just the connection. Like she just happened like that, to where now I pop up in Tampa where I'm not even from, 4D, 3D. Shit happened like that. So that's what I would say as far as your question. Like that's just how shit play out. Like obviously you'll look at shit, you'll never think like that'd never be me until shit start happening. And you was like, damn, I see what you're talking about. Cause this shit don't change no matter what, no matter what city, no matter what state you in. It's the same shit.
Right.
You're gonna run into the same problems. And that's what I ran into. And I had to kind of limit my circle down and really evaluate who the people was around me. Type shit.
Just for you. That's the main thing.
That's what it came down
That's
to.
what it comes down to. Listen, bro, God will reveal all that. You feel me? But at different times, in different chapters of your life, you feel me? Just like he said, bro, we was football players first. We love music, but at the same time, I feel like God will block your blessing until you know you mentally ready enough to accept it. You feel me? And I feel like that was my problem specifically, and then my other problem. You feel me? You had to get substance. You know what I'm saying? Right now you're just rapping. You feel me? Once you give you substance, now you got something to rap about. You know what I'm saying? I thought that's all.
So that what you just said, it dates back to it really starts when Pop Smoke, what happened to Pop Smoke, and until recent events, with PNB Rock, and recent news, things change over the years.
Right.
Security got to be advanced. Social media is very accessible from anyone with you. You have homeboys around you. So how important is it to have everyone on the same page with, social media posting, where your current location is at? And really, it could be a minor slip up. It could be one of the homies is at the studio on Tinder, match with a bitch, and she, your location could be, found so many ways. So, how do you protect yourself in this day and age?
I feel like it's very important, especially with obviously being an artist. A lot of times you kind of notify people the way you're gonna be at. You feel me? Like you gonna post where you performing at, post where your show at. So it's like if it's somebody that really got something against you, they know where you're gonna be at. Because through social media, you gotta put out your
Market
location.
yourself.
You feel me? You gotta market yourself to a certain extent. So I feel like it's very important, but at the same time, it's like it's all about how you move. You feel me? Because everybody waiting for you to slip up to a certain extent. But just like even now, I'm not gonna necessarily go nowhere that I'm not familiar with people that I don't trust. So you see, I'm only 4 deep or 3 deep, not including me. I trust them. So if anything go down, these the niggas I'm betting on type shit. So whether it's a club, a show, we out of state, you gonna see me with the same people type shit.
For sure.
That's how I kind of go about it, because I know how fast this shit can get wicked.
So things move fast. Record label, money hit, shows hit. You got the Kodak incident with Jack Boy. How you could run it up with your homeboy from nothing. He at the top, and then bam, you got some shit going on there where you got a little beef and stuff. That's your homeboy, right? You grew up together,
Right.
What you think about? Do you think the money changes people? Is it the success? Is it the Instagram? What is it?
I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, I feel like I'd be a liar if I said that money don't change you. It definitely changes people. Some people for the better, some people for the worse. But at the same time, having that type of influence and power, it's gonna change you regardless. You feel me? But like an incident like you just said, Jack Boy and Kodak could have never looked at Jack Boy and been like, he gonna change when I get on. But it's crazy how normal that shit is. Like you not gonna make it with the people that you think you gonna make it with. That's just how it is. Like people gonna change, money gonna change people, and it's gonna come to a point where your day ones is gonna start acting different. Whether it's entitlement, whether it's hating, whether it's jealousy, whatever it is, people around you gonna start moving different and cause you to isolate yourself because everybody ain't meant for that blessing.
That's what you just
That's just how it is. Like, and you gonna have to look at it and be like, damn, I never would have thought. That's just what it is, bro. You gotta be able to move yourself. Cause it ain't no way God gonna sit there and bless 25, 30 motherfuckers. It's not gonna happen. He might bless you and your immediate people, and it's on you to be able to reciprocate and look out and take care of the people around you. But you can't take care of everybody. You're gonna drown or you're gonna lose it all.
That's the most powerful thing you just said, though. I don't think one necessarily change that person. Everybody get, you feel me? You feel me?
Yeah,
it changes people around.
It be more the situation than the money.
Right.
People get in a situation they aren't familiar with, and they go to acting out.
What?
And that's really what it be.
We was all hustling, and nobody coming up to you like, hey, bro, let me get there, bro, let me get out. Once you start getting on, that's when you get them questions. Hey, bro, send me cash up, send me
And when niggas know you got it, they start acting different.
You feel me?
That's really what it be. When niggas know you got it, they start acting different.
So what you think about cap rappers, fake jewelry, fake followers?
Social media.
Do you think people are cheating themselves?
What you said today, you people think what?
You got the cap rappers, you know. You know, you could I guess you could rap about some shit that you ain't really do, like some Lil Tecca type vibes, but that's I don't know. He made his decision to do that.
Right.
But what do you feel about, you know, cap rappers, fake jewelry, fake followers? Like, who they trying to impress?
Me personally, I don't respect that shit. The way I go about my business, don't speak on nothing that you ain't been through. But at the same time, I understand what an industry and what music is at, to where you can pop some shit just to get on to provide for the people that you give a fuck about. And I get that. I'm not necessarily on that, but I understand why people do that. Because it's so many rappers out now to where it's easy to kind of give into what people looking for just to prevail.
Right.
Type shit. And I'm not on it. You feel me? Everything I spit, and I write all my music. I ain't one of them niggas that gonna tell you I go in there freestyle, punchline. I'm not on it. I write everything I write. So saying that means that everything I spit is coming from a pace where you feel me? It's a experience.
Authentic.
Right. Feel me? But I can't expect everybody to be like that. Some people really punchline everything, and they'll say some shit that they're not on and just keep it. Because it sound good or because it's related to what's going on, and it is what it is, bro. Do you? But the way I think it's gonna catch up to you at some point.
That's happening. Your last question.
You gotta live what you was talking
You know
about.
what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
that's what the world is gravitating towards, bro. With social media. You feel me?
Yeah.
Everybody's sensitive. Everybody want to make it seem like you got your own platform to do what you want. And when you got a world of people that's encouraging you to do some shit that, you know what I'm saying? It's going to make you rich or it's going to make everybody eat. But that's what happens. And then it perpetuates to where you got a bunch of people that's, you know what? I know if I project this image, I know if I make them seem like this, I know if I get this chain, I know if I rock this jewelry, I know if I say this, it's gonna have people, you know what I'm saying, perpetuate towards you. And that's where that shit come from. It tie into everything that you asking. You know what I'm saying, bro?
So that statement, fake it till you make it.
Niggas ain't on that.
Don't fake it.
There's a lot of time people willing to do anything just to make it. And once again, I don't respect that. Because at the end of the day, I'm a grown ass man. Outside of music, outside of my lyrics, I gotta be able to live and go about this shit that I'm putting out to the universe. Cause the way I think, eventually it's gonna come back. So I'm not gonna put out nothing into the universe that I can't stand on. That's just the way I think. So when I look at other rappers and artists and all that shit, I'm like, boy, you better be on that. Niggas talking about killing and doing all this and that. You feel me? If you living like that, more power to you, my nigga. But if you're not, you dead ass wrong.
Well, network till you make it.
Yeah, that's the way I.
Network till you make it.
That's the way I see just music shit.
Trying to make money with anybody. Trying
And
to
if it take me longer because I'm authentic on my shit, that's perfectly fine. I don't give a fuck. I'm willing to go through the trials and tribulations that it take to make them my just destination than to sell out just to get a check, knowing that I'm not who I'm preaching. Nah.
You trying to make money over there.
Hell, I got too many youngins, too many brothers, cousins, siblings that know me for real to be out here putting out shit that I can't stand on.
Yeah.
I'm not on that.
Fuck, I look like beefing with somebody up the street. Hey, look, bro, let's squash that and make them money.
Yeah, I ain't on that.
You feel me?
So, final question that a lot of people find important, screw all the negativity, all that. Who are some positive rappers, some people you guys grew up to, listening to, that motivated you to be the people you are today?
To be honest, I grew up on Wayne.
Boosie.
Like, yeah, Wayne, Boosie. My older cousin is locked up for year. I grew up. He was like a Boosie fanatic, and I was a Wayne fanatic. Like, I really grew up on Wayne. I wrote my first rap to Wayne when I was like maybe 10 years old, type shit. But at the same time, with the way the industry and the music game is, I feel like you can learn something from everybody, good or bad.
Good or bad.
You feel me? So all the rappers that's out now, I listen. Even if I don't know them, like my homeboys bring people to me. How you feel about? I ain't heard this tape. I go listen to the whole tape and then get my opinion, cause I ain't no hater, bro. If you got good music, you got good music. It ain't nothing that I ain't got nothing against that, bro. I'ma listen, give my opinion, and then some people I'll learn from. Cause I feel like no matter where you at in this shit, music or in life, I don't feel like you never too big to learn some shit. So I done learned shit from a bunch of people, and I implement it into what I got going on type shit. But I'm always gonna be true to myself. You ain't gonna hear me put out no shit and be like, oh, he sound like Dirt. No, I don't. But if you ask me, I might have learned something from Dirt. I might have implemented some shit, but I'm still gonna be me. And that's the way I look at music. There's too many people, there's too many talented motherfuckers out here for me to feel like I'm the best and the most talented. I'm not. But I promise you, I will creatively and always find different ways to tell my story. And if you don't respect it, fuck it. But I'm gonna speak on what I got going on, and I ain't gonna put out nothing that ain't 100. Or nothing that I ain't did or stood up.
Shit to me is, I ain't even because I'm being biased, bro.
That's just how I
That's what
feel.
he stand for, you feel me? Learning is just as important as unlearning. You feel me? I feel like people need to pay attention to that, bro. We was all conditioned to think a certain way. And that's where all this shit come from. You remember back in the day, you had music videos, but you had real actors and real actresses acting out what the song was talking about. You feel me? Now what you got? Naked women, drugs, guns, and a bunch of money. They need my chain. I'm just holding these shits. What Kodak said, you hear me? 100%, bro.
What's up, man?
You got any more questions?
Well, we really appreciate it. Go ahead, shout out your latest single, social media, where people can find you at.
Shit, I let it single Boot Therapy. You can find me, Young Shad, on all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, all that. Feel me? Boot Therapy is my latest single. I dropped that like a little over a month ago. Feel me? I got I Am Shad, and I got Emotionally Trapped. Those is tapes that I dropped in 2022. Feel me? I got another project, I Am Shad 2. It's gonna be dropped at the end of this month. My last tape ain't had no features. This tape gonna have at least 5 features. Feel me? 'Cause I wanted to try both ways type shit. So I'm getting out that networking, dealing with people inside my city, branching out, shit like that. So yeah, I Am Shad 2 coming. Most likely at the end of this year. But I'm always recording, always networking, always doing shows. get at me. Young Shad SD on all platforms. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that shit.
What's your name?
Nigga really at you.
Appreciate y'all coming in, man.